Hey, and welcome to my video of a Jim Lee study that I had recently. I found quite a number of his pictures just to learn from and wanted to share my process as well as what the benefits are in studying your favorite artist, and in this case would be Jim Lee, who is one of my favorite comic book artists that exist. And as you notice, I'm putting in the sketching and like getting the groundwork there. I had forgotten to record the first one, the first pose that I did. But even then, I encountered what I found to be a common problem that I have personally, which is really broad torsos, which Jim Lee is good at. And if you'll notice his figures, the male figures especially, they tend to have a very broad shape, which is not bad at all. It's one of the things I like about his style. I just noticed that I have a tendency to not make them so large, and so encountering that, or confronting that rather, has been very helpful in making me more intentional about understanding how to change the shape and form of my character. So that's what you'll continue to see me do, is just iterate until I find a better looking pose or better looking drawing of Jim Lee's reference. And using reference is especially helpful if you want to emulate someone that you admire. And I'd say not to get caught up in how it looks, if it's one for one or not. You want to make it look as close as you possibly can, just in terms of where your skill set is, but not to be stressed about it. You're seeing me erasing because that's one of the things I learned about Jim Lee, is that he erases even as he's done, a lot of work or gotten a lot of detail in on his character, and that freedom of like, I can just, iterate, I can just start over. It's cool. There are different use cases for the eraser. I was under the mentorship of Patrick Jones, who definitely discourages the use of erasing to embrace your mistakes. And it's definitely true, especially when you're just sketching. You can use that as an opportunity to see what it is you did right and what it is you did wrong. And what you did wrong is rather, what to improve on. I think that's better to say. Like, what you did right, what to keep doing right, and what to improve on. And when we confront and embrace our mistakes, then it just makes us better artists, and we're less likely to make those mistakes again. Or if we do, it will be quicker to notice. So like here, in hindsight, I'm seeing how small the leg is, and it's because I'm trying to make Wolverine big and also catch that perspective at the same time. But it was definitely more challenging than I thought, but not in a way that discouraged me at all. Again, just reflecting and like, okay, so there's something I need to understand more about the dimension and the perspective and getting it right. And if I hadn't taken the step, I would have never known. And so for anyone who is feeling, too amateur or too basic in their knowledge of drawing or their skills, just start drawing, and you'll be surprised that by just starting, you'll then know where you are and where you need to go and what you need to improve on it, because that's the only way you're gonna get better, right? There's no taking care of the problem by ignoring it, especially if you want that problem to be solved. And it becomes fun when you make it about sketching more than coming up with, the final result. When I looked at the original pose, I wanted the head to also be at the same angle. So you're gonna see me kind of mess with that a bit more, because I wanted to get it to that angle. Did it to the best of my ability, but I'm gonna keep working on that, looking back. And so there you go, erased, and just change the angle. And I know if I were to do this again, which you can try, you get a better pose in less time, because there's some muscle memory built in, and you've already seen where you've made previous mistakes that you encountered for the first time that you don't have to make again. Most likely won't, right? The struggle will be way less. So just trying to get it at that angle. I know that it's not really there, but it was a good attempt, a good study. Jim Lee is, if I'm not mistaken, the president of DC Comics. He has a long history working in the comics industry, or being in the comics industry, and was very influential in, you don't quote me on this, maybe the 80s, whenever it was that, Spider-Man, when Todd McFarlane and them were around, Rob Liefeld. But yeah, he was very influential in that time. And when I discovered him, it was through a comic book from a friend, which I don't even know where he got it from. In my home country, they didn't sell comic books. I don't know if they even sell them today. I don't live there anymore. But just, reading that Hush comic book that he had and looking at the art style was really mesmerizing. So looked at the top, like the best comic book artist, to try and discover who it was, and found out it was Jim Lee. And yeah, he was pushed by his parents to become a doctor, and he decided to go for his dreams, which I'm so glad he did, because look how it's impacted me, but so many other people, and so many other working artists. Like even Ryan Benjamin was influenced by Jim Lee. For those who don't know, this is just one of my many Jim Lee studies I'll be doing. So if you enjoyed what you saw, make sure to leave a comment, tell me what you got from it and what you'd like to see more of. And until the next one, thanks for watching.